Summary of the most relevant national and international news of the day, here on ICI Noticias Canada. With its presenter Angelica Cifuentes. The recent Canada Post strike, which lasted for nearly a month, has had a significant impact on the delivery of passports and other important documents across the country. Although postal operations have resumed, continued delays in the delivery of mail are expected due to the backlog of pending shipments. During the strike, it is estimated that more than 215,000 passport applications were left pending, creating a significant backlog in the postal system. For those who need their passport urgently, it is recommended to go directly to the passport offices to request priority processing. The mass resignation of municipal officials in Quebec has become a growing concern, leaving important vacancies in local governments and generating uncertainty about governance at the community level. The provincial government has promised to take steps to address these concerns, but so far no concrete solutions have been implemented. Toronto police have issued an urgent alert warning residents about a new form of digital scam that uses fraudulent text messages accompanied by violent and explicit images. These scams seek to emotionally manipulate victims into making immediate payments or handing over sensitive personal information. Victims receive an unsolicited text message. The content of the message includes direct threats or mentions that a loved one is in danger. Scammers attach disturbing images, such as manipulated photos depicting violent scenes, serious injuries, or extremely dangerous situations. These images seek to intimidate and generate panic in the victim. After causing emotional shock, scammers demand immediate payment, usually through hard-to-trace methods such as bank transfers or cryptocurrency. If the victim does not respond or refuses to pay, the scammers may send more intimidating messages to increase the pressure. Do not reply to the message. Do not make payments or share personal information. Block the number and report it to local authorities. The current U.S. administration, led by President Joe Biden, is accelerating the delivery of military and financial aid to Ukraine ahead of Donald Trump's possible inauguration. This move comes amid fears that a Trump-led administration would reduce or even cancel U.S. support for the European country. The Pentagon has recently approved shipments of air defense systems, munitions, drones, and advanced weaponry. These include Patriot missiles, HIMARS systems, and equipment to counter Russian drone attacks. The U.S. plans to provide additional funding to the Ukrainian government to support the economy and cover basic needs such as health care and utilities. Congress is debating an additional $60 billion package for Ukraine. Washington has stepped up meetings with NATO partners to ensure that support for Ukraine does not depend solely on the U.S. A U.S. federal appeals court has upheld a judgment requiring former President Donald Trump to pay $5 million in damages to writer and columnist E. Jean Carroll, who accused him of sexual assault and defamation. The decision represents a significant blow to Trump amid his campaign to return to the presidency in the 2024 election. The appeals court upheld a May 2023 verdict in which a jury found Trump liable for sexual assault and defamation in connection with public statements he made against E. Jean Carroll. Carroll accused Trump of sexually assaulting her in the fitting room of a luxury store in New York in the 1990s. While the court did not classify the act as rape under New York law, it did find that sexual abuse occurred, and that Carroll was defamed when Trump denied the allegations and publicly insulted her. Trump ordered to pay $2 million in damages related to sexual assault. $3 million is for defamation caused by his subsequent comments about Carroll, in which he called her a liar and suggested she was acting from political motivations. The Taliban regime in Afghanistan has tightened restrictions against women, ordering non-governmental organizations, NGOs, to fire all their female employees. This measure adds to a series of bans that seek to exclude women from public life and limit their fundamental rights. Since returning to power in August 2021, the Taliban have implemented policies that significantly restrict the rights of women and girls. These measures include bans on attending secondary schools and universities, restrictions on the workplace, and limitations on freedom of movement. The recent order to lay off female NGO workers further deepens the humanitarian crisis in the country, where women play a crucial role in providing essential services. The international community has strongly condemned these actions. Countries such as the United States, Canada, Germany, and the Netherlands have expressed their concern and urged the Taliban to reverse these decisions. In addition, a group of nations has announced its intention to take the Taliban regime to the International Court of Justice for Gender Discrimination if the situation does not improve in the coming months. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has announced the implementation of the strictest anti-US policy yet, ahead of Donald Trump's inauguration as US president. During a 5-day plenary meeting of the Workers' Party of Korea, Kim criticized the security alliance between the United States, South Korea, and Japan, calling it a nuclear military bloc of aggression. In this context, he called for a more aggressive strategy against the United States to reinforce North Korea's interests and national security. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, TikTok, Instagram, and follow us on Facebook as ICI Noticias Canada, to always be informed with the most important news and in-depth analysis. Thank you for choosing us as your trusted source of information.